Hey, Paul Macetta here. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. I know I certainly am. Weather out in Staten Island today is beautiful, nice, clear, nice little breeze outside, perfect day. Reminds me that fall is coming. So, in the last few videos, I talked about these 6 persuasion power levers that I've identified. By the way, somebody in my last video commented, why don't you take your sunglasses off? So I recently had vision correction surgery, and so when I take my sunglasses off outside, it really affects my vision, so that's why I have them on. So I talked about these 6 persuasion power levers. The first 2 were awareness and authenticity. So today I want to give you the third one. The third one is authority. Now, people ask me all the time about influence and persuasion, like what's the best book ever written? I wish I could tell you I wrote the best book on it, but the best book ever written on the topic of influence was by Dr. Robert Cialdini. He wrote it over 30 years ago. It's called Influence, and it's an amazing book. And in that book, he distills, through countless case studies and research that he's done, he distills everything down to these 6 weapons of persuasion, these 6 things that he's figured out and determined that people are influenced by. And in my opinion, the most powerful one that he identified is the one that I'm going to share with you today. It's authority. And the reason why I say authority is so powerful is because all the other things that you have to do, like scarcity and likability and things like that, like you have to actually do stuff in order for that stuff to work, whereas authority is something that is perceived by your audience, right? So like when you go to the doctor, you don't feel good, you go to the doctor, he makes you wait 2 hours to see him, then he makes you wait another 20 minutes in the waiting room, and then he comes in and he tells you what's wrong with you. And in most cases, you don't question it, you just listen. You go and you get your script filled. I mean, unless you got a life-threatening disease, you're going to listen to what the doctor tells you, right? Why? Because the doctor is an authority. It's somebody that you trust on that particular topic to tell you which direction you should go in, right? So that's why authority is so powerful. So how do you use this in everyday life? Well, the way that you stand and deliver your message is going to give your audience a feeling as to whether you know what you're talking about or not. Right? So if I watch, I'm like a knowledge junkie. I love to like learn new stuff. I love to read. I love to watch people that can teach me stuff. And whenever I watch somebody that really knows what they're talking about on a certain topic, whether it be, my buddy Joe Vitale talking about the law of attraction, or my friend and teacher Mike Codella talking about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like if you watch any person that really knows what they're talking about on a certain topic, there's a certain way that they speak. They speak with authority. Their body language conveys authority. There's no vocal fillers. There's no there's no like, they're not taking time to gather their thoughts. They have so much knowledge on a particular topic that it just comes out, right? And so that's really what authority is. So the questions that you want to ask yourself are, do you use words that are powerful to stir people's emotions? Do you have a commanding presence? Does your voice have richness and resonance? Do you use gestures and pauses to give your message emphasis? All these things are important factors in whether or not your audience is going to perceive you as an authority or not. And this is important because if you want to be influential, if you want to be persuasive, you have to be perceived as an authority. Now, like I said, I've identified 6 persuasion power levers. I'll give them to you in a free PDF. Just click the link in my profile or in the description and I'll send it right over to you. But today's lesson is learn to become an authority, or at least to be perceived as an authority on whatever it is that you want to influence or persuade people on. I'm enjoying my Sunday. Hope you guys are too.